Welcome guys to the first episode I'm doing of my YouTube channel on dyslexia or on learning disability, and it's to teach you how you can conquer your dyslexia, same as you can conquer your dyspraxia, ADHD, or autism, Asperger's, or any other what I call so-called disability. Now, so-called disability is something we think is negative in life, is something we think holds us back, and I learned this from my own experience, because today I'm going to say why I'm doing this channel and how I can just help people on YouTube and people who are watching this, like you right here, conquering your so-called disability, you conquering your dyslexia and turning into your greatest gift instead of it having you hold you back in certain areas, in certain ways. So, my name is Theo, and I got diagnosed with dyslexia when I was 6 years old, very, very severe. I'm one of the most severe people in England, I got told. And from that, 6 years old, thanks to my mum fighting so hard for me, I got moved to basically a dyslexic school in Chelsfield. There's basically 25 full-time teachers and 50 like kids going there. So as you can imagine, there's classes of like eight or so people going there. And had the best help and best support for the time. And I remember walking at school feeling so shy and so nervous, because growing up I hated school. And the reason why I went to that school is because my mum worked incredibly hard on helping me, on getting the right help for me. And that was because we hit a certain point where I said to my mum, I wish I couldn't do this. I wish I was dead. I wish I was never born. And that, for my mum, that turned something, that made her so motivated to change and so motivated to help me get what I need. So I got moved to my special needs school. I got moved from my special needs school in year 3. In year 3, my head was so down, I wasn't speaking to anyone all day. Actually, a funny story, I got moved to year 4, but because my learning was so bad, they had to move me back here, and they said there was too many chairs in year 4 to move, and they had to move me back in year 3. That's what they said. I believed it for years and years and years. Anyway, I moved to a dyslexic school. Now, if you're watching this, you may have some experience of having some help, of, having some one-to-ones, or people coming in, or, having a bit of help and support. And I had basically the full Monty, all the help and all the support I could ask for, all the one-to-ones, qualified teachers. But here's the interesting thing. I stayed in that school from year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10, and 11. So basically from year 3 to year 11, 8 years, basically my whole childhood, my whole education up to that point was in this same school. Was in the same school with 50 kids and 25 full-time teachers. And the reason why I'm saying this is that when I was in that school, I didn't improve as much as I was expected to improve, or as much as other people wanted me to improve. So at the end, I couldn't wait to leave, because I remember Brown's was my dyslexic school, the name. I remember it built up my confidence so much, and because basically confidence. I'm probably make videos on this in the future, but confidence in the way it worked in my Brown school, in my dyslexic school, is that my confidence was so low, was so down, was so in the dirt. And I remember the first day, I was sitting there, I had my finger up my nose, I was sitting there, and I was really shy in my own little bubble, thinking no one was there. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw this figure called Miss Kelly standing there. So a teacher, I still remember her to this day. She was standing there, and she looked at me and she laughed, and I quickly saw her pull my finger up my nose. Didn't think she would notice, but she looked at me and laughed and said, "Theo, you're going to fit right in here. There's so many nose pickers here, you're going to fit right in." And I laughed, she laughed. But listen, that was the time where I felt most comfortable. That was the time that I smiled in school, that I felt like I belonged, that I felt like I was there. And if you listen to this, you have those moments where you hate school, you hate the environment, or you hate your friends, not your friends, but the environment you're in, and someone does something, like someone does something little to make you feel included or make you feel like you belong. It's like, oh, there's a brief little happiness or like excitement there, and you know how it lasts. It doesn't last, it quickly goes, and it happened for me. But the thing is, day after day after day, the people were there, the teachers, the kids were there, the sportive environment was there to teach me, to help me improve, improve my confidence, make me feel like I belonged, make me feel like I was there. And within 4, 5, 6 years, I felt like I enjoyed it there. I felt like I could be me. there. I felt like I could be my own person and do my own stuff, enjoying it, because for years and years and years I didn't speak to anyone, you know what I mean, playing games by myself, doing things by myself all the time. But then over time, little what is called the brick in building wall confidence. The first day, Miss Kelly put one little brick in my wall confidence, but then day after day after day after day, more and more bricks to a massive wall to build my confidence up. Anyway, I was there. I couldn't wait to leave to get to my new school, and because I wasn't really good at any of the lessons, I got really into my sports and fitness, and my mum, because as soon as I took any interest in sports or fitness, like my brother went to the gym and that I wanted to go, and everything was for me to go, because then that found my second passion. I found my passion for something that I could be good at. Anyway, I got into boxing at the time, and I moved from boxing. I got moved from because I did boxing, and there was a Frank Bruno Priory Boxing Academy, so I got moved there. I got moved to this boxing club, moved the boxing school actually in sixth form, so it's an age program from from year 11, so there'll be 12, 13, 2 years of sixth form. I could be in sixth form. And basically I was there, and I was so excited to go. I was so excited to be there, to speak to people, to create new friends. This excitement only lasted for about 3 hours until I was in that place, because I felt so ready for it. But once I was there, I realised I wasn't ready for it at all. I was so scared, so nice, so shy, so nervous. I was there. And then, because I realised after about 3-4 hours, I don't remember anyone's name. I don't remember where we're going. I got lost in the school. I don't know what's going on in class at all, and I felt so shy, so nervous, so down and upset. And when I started talking to people, I started to get really shy. I started to stutter a lot. And then when I started to stutter, people started making fun of me, and people started sort of like bullying me, and I felt rubbish each single day, and it got more and more severe, until this point I wouldn't speak to anyone in the school. My mouth used to hurt on the way down. But basically I'm saying this story because one time I got obsessed with trying to improve myself. I reached a point where thinking, no more, I have to improve something. That's why I tried to improve my confidence, watching confidence videos on YouTube. Nothing really worked, nothing really clicked. But then one day out of nowhere, I clicked this video of this big guy standing with big shoulders, big head, sort of like, and a really big croaky voice. And I thought, why am I listening to him? But just before I'm about to turn my iPad to go to bed, he said this. Listen very carefully. He said, the only way to change your life is take responsibility for your life. He said this on my little iPad when I was going to bed. And I remember to this day, my whole body vibrated, and my whole body was like, oh my God, I understand now. I understand, because ultimately I got myself here, and ultimately I'm the only one to get myself out of here. And I understood because of the things he was saying. The things he was saying is that it's ultimately up to me. I have to take responsibility of it for me to change. And I thought, I haven't changed not because of the school, not because of the environment, not because the kids are me, not because of my dyslexia. No, I haven't changed because of me. I haven't changed because I haven't put the work in. Ultimately, I got myself here, and I'm the only one to get myself out of it. And the key thing I want to teach you is that for you to improve your dyslexia, for you to improve your Asperger's, autism, whatever your so-called disability is, for you to improve it, listen really carefully, you have to take full responsibility for it. You have to take full responsibility, realise you ultimately got yourself here, and you are the only one to get yourself out of here, to get yourself into improve, to get yourself to progress. It's you, it's no one else, it's down to you. So, once I learned that, I got obsessed with improving myself. I got obsessed with trying to get more confident, get better at boxing, and I did. I was so fit in boxing, and I was confident. People were like, who are you and what you've done with Theo? Because I would speak to people in a different way. I would actually speak to people in a way which I didn't do before. So I was doing all these things, and then out of nowhere, the teacher said to me, Theo, you have to do a GCSE English. And I thought, what? Why do I have to do like GCSE is like a big test we can do when you're in secondary school, sort of like in leaving secondary school. And I thought, I don't have to do that. I can't do that. The best teachers and the support helped me to get where I am now, which is barely past the functional skills in English. And I thought, if they can make me improve to the GCSE English, how do you think you can? And I was thinking this all the time, but out of nowhere, because I was listening to so much personal development, I was listening to so much positivity, out of nowhere, my voice said, what if? What if you could improve it, Theo? What if you can get a C in English? I mean, anything's possible, right? As long as you put your mind to it. And I remember like sitting there, I was talking to a teacher at the time and my eyes were watering because I was confronting all my negative beliefs I had about myself, which was I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I can't do English, I will never be able to do English, English is stupid, English is not for me, I have to do a job that doesn't involve English. And that was my idea of the world, of myself and my own abilities. But once I confronted that, once I knew it was down to me, and once I sort of took on that mantle of, yes, I'm going to do this, good for bad, and I came up with strong enough reasons to do it. I wanted to improve my English, to get a C in English was my goal, because I want to be an example to everyone else and myself that dyslexia doesn't have to stop you, and that I can improve it, and that I will improve it. And dyslexia didn't stop me, and dyslexia does not have to stop you, as long as you take responsibility for it, as long as you come up with strong enough reasons of improving it. And then because of these strong reasons, I worked insanely hard on improving my English, of getting better, of learning and of progressing. And then when I'd done all this stuff for about a year, less than a year of hard work, like working on my little booklet 3 hours a day on public transport, going into school like an hour early, leaving school an hour late every single day. I managed to get one-to-one English lessons with the head of English, and the school was sort of persuading her. And at the end of it, I got my C in English, but that's not it. But I improved my own reading and writing ability 500% more in that 1 year. Got my do 8 years having the best help in the world. And this is because I changed myself. This is because I didn't have the help, but I got the help. I worked on myself instead of other people working on me. Because listen really carefully, guys. It's not what you have. People have everything in the world, but yet don't use it. It's not what you have. It's what you do with what you have that counts. Let me say that again. It's not what you have. It's what you do with what you have that counts. Because I had all the help in bounds, yet I didn't improve. But when I had very little of the help, but yet I wanted to improve, I used everything I had, and I did massively improve it, and I massively increased it now. And now I know dyslexia is a gift, and now I know it's such a miracle in my life, and now I've conquered it, because I conquered the worst thing about dyslexia is the beliefs about dyslexia. And I'll leave you with one message, is that you can conquer whatever your difficulty is, whatever your so-called disability, thing you think is negative, you can conquer it. But first, the first step of everything is that you have to realise that you can conquer it, and it's down to you. It's down to no one else, and you can do it, but it's down to you to conquer it. Great news is you can. The great news is you can, because if you're honest with yourself, is that human beings have the massive ability to do anything they want. Because if you look at history is no different than yourself, because human beings are human beings. If there's someone else who has improved their dyslexia, if someone else who has conquered something, there's someone else who got their dyslexia, or got their autism, or got their ADHD, and turned it into a gift and used it for something positive, you can too. You can too. If you do the same things they have done, you can too. It's in your possibility. You can do it, as long as you take responsibility for it. Now it's a little bit off tilter. There we go. So it's down to you. It's down to you. And then why I'm doing this thing is that this is my story, and I know what I'm talking about, because the last 3 years I've been obsessed with helping other people do the same thing I taught myself, but I didn't get taught this. I want to teach other people what really matters, because it's not the help you have. The number one thing that matters is not the strategy of learning, but it's the psychology of learning. It's the mindset of why you are learning. Because the reason why people aren't learning, the reason why I didn't learn in Browns was not because I had the wrong strategy. I had the perfect strategy of learning in terms of the one-to-ones, the help, but I didn't have the right mindset. I didn't have the right I didn't have any reasons to learn. We'll get into this in another video, but I didn't have any reasons to improve my English, therefore I didn't. And it's down to you. And in these videos, if you're on the journey of conquering your dyslexia, follow, watch, learn. Do not stop, because when I was on the journey, you have to be hungry to improve. It means you have to have strong enough reason to do it, and you have to be hungry. You have to want to improve bad enough, and therefore you will. And if you want to do it, carry on watching me, or find something else who wants you to take responsibility for it. That's not some solution somewhere out in the future for you to buy or things like that. No, it's down for you to learn yourself to conquer it. For you to learn the skills, go and learn the stuff yourself to conquer it. The mindset, and then the strategy. Because once you get the mindset, then you can do the strategy of learning. It'll work like that. But if you don't have the mindset of learning, the strategy won't do nothing, because you'll give up, because you won't learn. You won't apply 100% of your focus. So the main goal of this YouTube channel, the main goal of everything I do when I'm coaching, when I'm doing speaking, everything is simply twofold. Firstly, I said the whole thing is about being about step one is for you to take responsibility for your so-called disability, for your dyslexia, and realize you have to change it, no one else can. And number two is to realize that your so-called disability, your dyslexia, your autism, something you think is a negative, and the way we think is a negative is if you think it holds us back in any way. So how we can, and the second thing in terms of the second step is realize it's your gift. Realize that you got it not despite your so-called disability, but you got it because of it. I didn't get it despite my dyslexia. I got it because of my dyslexia. My life is a gift because of my dyslexia, not despite it. I'm doing this because dyslexia, not despite it. For you to realize the same. For you to realize you got where you are because of your so-called disability, not despite of it, because it makes you who you are. And once you realize that's a gift, that's when you'll be fulfilled. That's when you'll be happy. Because if you spend your whole life improving it, but never realize your dyslexia is a gift, then improving it will be for nothing, because you always think it's holding you back. And if you think it's holding you back, it will hold you back, because you have to take responsibility. If you have to realize it's a gift, you don't have to label it in terms of those exact words, but not let it stop you, and then be grateful that you got this thing in your life. Okay guys, take care. I'll see you again for the next video. I'll see you soon.